What if I told you that your smartphone, your kitchen knife, even the wheel of your car, all trace back to inventions made by prehistoric humans? We often think of history as a straight line, cavemen in the past and technology today. But that's wrong. The truth is, our high-tech world stands on ancient foundations. In this video, we'll count down 10 modern technologies with roots deep in prehistory. And the deeper we go, the more shocking the connections become. 1. From stone tools to precision engineering. Over 2.5 million years ago, Homo habilis, one of our earliest ancestors, picked up a rock and struck it against another to create a sharp edge. That moment launched the Oldowan tool tradition, humanity's first known technology. These crude flakes weren't random. They were selected for grip, angle, and sharpness. In a way, early humans were already applying design thinking. Fast forward to today. Our blades cut with micrometer precision. From surgical scalpels to aerospace parts made with laser-guided machines, the principle is the same. Reshape raw material to serve a specific function. So when you slice a tomato with a chef's knife, you're reenacting a moment of survival and ingenuity that began long before written language. 2. From hand axes to modern handheld devices. The Achillean hand axe used by Homo erectus over 1.6 million years ago was the original multi-tool. Carefully shaped into a teardrop design, it fit comfortably in the hand and was useful for butchering meat, scraping hides, digging roots, and even self-defense. But it wasn't just functional, it was aesthetic. Some axes were so symmetrical, they suggest cognitive skills like planning and even an early form of artistry. Compare that to today's smartphone, sleek, ergonomic, and multifunctional. Just as the hand axe accompanied early humans everywhere, the smartphone is our constant companion. Both show how humans evolved to create tools that extend their abilities, and both reflect intelligence embedded in design. 3. From cave art to digital media. Long before we had film, TV, or TikTok, humans were telling stories with images. Cave art, like that found in Lascaux, Chauvet, and Sulawesi, dates back over 40,000 years. These weren't doodles. They were symbolic, layered, and often located deep in cave systems, suggesting ritual or religious significance. The use of color pigments, shading, and movement shows a sophisticated understanding of visual communication. These images likely conveyed knowledge, how to hunt, where animals migrated, what dangers to avoid. Today, we do the same, just with pixels instead of ochre. Social media, video games, animation, all stem from the primal urge to record, share, and connect through visuals. 4. From oral traditions to voice tech and AI assistance. Before writing, humans relied on memory and storytelling to preserve history, pass down wisdom, and build shared identities. In many indigenous cultures, entire laws, genealogies, and cosmologies were passed orally, sometimes unchanged for thousands of years. This oral technology required rhythm, repetition, and strong narrative structure, features we still use in public speaking and even song lyrics. Today, voice remains a key interface. We talk to Siri, Alexa, and ChatGPT, not unlike how we once spoke to tribal elders around a fire. The medium has changed, but the mechanism, language as knowledge transfer, is ancient. 5. From hut building to modern architecture. Archaeological finds at sites like Ohalo II, Israel, and Medjugorje, Ukraine, reveal early dwellings built over 20,000 years ago. These homes use branches, bones, clay, and animal skins, and showed intentional design, circular layouts, storage pits, central hearths. These shelters protected against cold, predators, and weather. But they also defined social space: who slept where, who cooked, who led. Modern architecture still serves the same function. Open floor plans, insulation, spatial hierarchy, these are echoes of prehistoric housing. Even the concept of home as a place of safety and identity begins here. 6. From the wheel to robotics and mobility tech. The wheel is often hailed as one of the greatest inventions, but it didn't appear until around 3500 BCE in Mesopotamia. Why so late? Because while dragging things on sledges was common, inventing the axle and making both it and the wheel round and durable was incredibly complex. Yet the idea of reducing friction, rolling objects, and creating transport systems started far earlier. Evidence shows that logs were used to roll heavy stones and mammoth bones in early construction. Today, the principle is embedded in everything from luggage wheels to Mars rovers. Even advanced robots and drones rely on this concept: efficient movement through rotation. 7. From fire control to modern energy systems. Fire was first tamed at least 1 million years ago, maybe earlier. Sites in South Africa show burnt bones and ash in controlled hearths used by Homo erectus. This wasn't just accidental wildfire use, it was management of energy. Fire changed everything. It made food safer and more nutritious, extended waking hours, enabled migrations to colder regions, and fostered communal living. Today, the fire inside your car engine or your home's power grid is a descendant of those ancient flames. We've gone from sticks and sparks to nuclear reactors, but the foundation is the same: convert energy to power life. 8. From herbal medicine to pharmaceuticals. In Shanidar Cave, Iraq, a Neanderthal skeleton was found buried with traces of yarrow and chamomile, herbs known for medicinal value. That was over 50,000 years ago. Other evidence shows early Homo sapiens used bark, roots, and clays to treat wounds and ease pain. This wasn't random. Prehistoric people observed animal behavior, tasted plants cautiously, and passed down medicinal knowledge orally. Some indigenous systems like Ayurveda or Chinese herbal medicine trace back thousands of years and still influence modern pharmacology. Your aspirin, derived from willow bark, is just one link in this ancient chain of healing. 9. From barter to digital payments. Before coins or paper money, people exchanged value for value. Obsidian for meat, shells for beads, salt for tools. Barter required trust, memory, and community. Eventually, these exchanges gave rise to units of account and then currency. But the core idea remains: trade as a system of mutual benefit. Today, that system has gone digital. Whether you tap your phone to pay or mine cryptocurrency, you're still engaging in a behavior humans have performed for tens of thousands of years, assigning value, exchanging goods, and building economies through trust. And 10. From social cooperation to the internet itself. Here's the most mind-blowing part. The foundation of the internet isn't a machine. It's human cooperation. Early humans survived not because they were the fastest or strongest, but because they shared food, protected each other, raised children communally, and innovated together. This web of cooperation, built through shared language, emotion, and ritual, is the prototype of the digital web. The internet is just a hyper-evolved version of that ancient survival strategy: a global brain, sharing information at light speed for mutual benefit. We've connected our minds across space and time, but the impulse behind it is as old as firelight and mammoth hunts. So the next time you ask your phone for directions, use a wheeled suitcase or take an aspirin. Remember, you're not just using modern technology. You're participating in millions of years of human innovation. Prehistory isn't gone. It's wired into our daily lives. If you found this fascinating, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Because history isn't a museum, it's a living system. And sometimes the most futuristic technology starts with a rock, a flame, and an idea.